Well, hello, everybody. Courtney Lester here, Coach Courtney. I'm so excited that you guys have joined us today, where we do our LunaYou check-in every Thursday, where we talk to experts in the field or just have time with just me, Coach Courtney, as we talk all things maternal health and its intersection between various things like stress, social justice, breastfeeding, or just any topics related to maternal health. And I'm super happy to be here. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling in the quarantine? Um, we are like 9 months or 7 to 9 months, depending on how much you've been quarantining or not, into like this whole COVID world. And we are navigating through a new time, right? So life may not look back to normal, but we are slowly trying to navigate what life looks like now, whether that's going back to work, how we're doing it. The one thing that has stayed the same is that people are still having babies, women are still having babies. And that's pretty much what LunaYou is about. We are here to help women who are currently expecting and 3 months postpartum to really help them to navigate and to be in control of their well-being, in control of their numbers, from their activity level, their sleep patterns, and as well as being aware of, their social support, their support physically, their medical care team, and how to communicate and advocate for themselves. So that's what LunaYou is about. We're a maternal well-being program designed and aimed to help women navigate through pregnancy and to be in charge of their own pregnancy and their own health. And so if you are currently expecting or know someone that's expecting, this is the best gift that you can give yourself or someone else, if they're based here in Rhode Island. So we're super excited to like offer this program. So definitely share this video out, share our page out, or go to www.lunayou.com for more information and just to sign up. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about, because I think it's very timely, is to talk through having SMART goals. SMART goals spelled S-M-A-R-T, which is an acronym for different things of how to create great goals. I think as we navigate through COVID and going back into the world or whatever life looks like for you right now, whether you're still working or you're working from home, whether your kids are back in physical school or they're virtual learning, whatever it is, it's important as we navigate to have a plan. And with the women that I talk to in LunaYou, one of the things that we do early on is create SMART goals, right? We create SMART goals. What do you want to do? What does that look like? And how are you going to do it? So SMART is an acronym that you'll see in the description of this video, which is S-M-A-R-T. And each letter stands for something when we create goals as it pertains to maternal health. So I'm going to start with S. So S stands for being specific. It's important that when you create goals that no matter what that could be for, whether that is, um, involving your body around pregnancy. So let's say that you have a goal of after I give birth to the baby, I want to be able to, I don't know, walk a mile a day or breastfeed, spend time, if you have other children, with my older children, at least a couple of hours of alone time, whatever that looks like. You should set it as a goal. And this will help to keep you accountable, help to keep you on track, and help to organize your days and your week so that you're able to obtain the goal and help you to be a little less stressed and overwhelmed as you navigate into a new world of motherhood. Whether this is your first child or a multiple child, it's really important that you do create these goals. So let's start with our first one being as specific. You want to make sure that your goal is as specific as possible. State what you'll do, right? I want to breastfeed for X amount of time. However, time feels good for you. If that's your goal, it doesn't have to be your goal. I want to walk a mile a day on Monday, or I want to walk a mile Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Being as specific as possible in specific in the time, in the frame, just so that you can have that goal. It's important when you create goals that they're not too outlandish, but something that you know that you can achieve, but also that has some challenging aspects to it as well. It's important that you use action words when you create these goals. So I will walk 1 mile every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Um, if the weather is bad outside, I will work from home for X amount of minutes, like very specific in your goals and what you will do. Um, and having a bigger outcome in mind. I really love and help the women in our program to think for what is the goal reward, what is the outcome of your goal, right? I want to feel better about myself. I want to lose my baby weight, whatever it is. I want to have some well-being time so I can emotionally feel better. I want to just have a better outlook in life. I want to, whatever it is, to have that outcome in mind, then to create your goals around that outcome in mind. So being very specific with what you want is important. The next thing that you want to do is M, which stands for measurable. How will you measure the progress of your goal? How would you measure that you've reached your outcome? A measurement can be anything. So, first it says provide a way to evaluate. Is this really working? How do you know that it's working? And use metrics and data to target whether what parts are working or not. So, for example, I if we're using the example of, hey, I want to walk a mile a day, you can measure how long with our Fitbit. And each woman that's a part of our program, they do receive a free Fitbit. So that's really important. So I want to make sure that, and then I can also track with my blood pressure cuff, whether if my numbers have been down, my blood pressure goes down with my activity level, something that's measurable so that you can see, okay, yep, I walked my mile on my Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I did this, I did that. This is what I'm doing. I'm drinking water. I want to increase my water intake. This is how much I'm going to increase it by, and you can measure those goals to see the actions that you're doing are lining up to fulfill those goals. The next one is your goal achievable? There's one thing, like, there's nothing worse, like having a baby is a lot of work anyway. And then having a baby in a pandemic is really tough and really hard for a lot of our women, but our LunaYou mamas are doing it, and women across the country are doing it so gracefully. But you don't want to create goals that are unachievable, that these are not realistic. This is not a realistic timeline. This is not something that I can do in a timely manner. This is not specific. Um, you want to make sure that your goals are achievable. They're within your scope, they're within your wheelhouse. What can you do? For example, if you're saying, hey, I want to save $1 million a month, but you don't have that type of income coming in per month, that necessarily might not be achievable goal for you to achieve. And that's okay. What is something that you can do, and how can you do it? Doesn't mean that the goal of saving money is bad, but the amount and how you measure that goal might be a little off. So when you create goals, you want to make sure that they are achievable, that they're possible to accomplish, and that they are attainable, because you need those wins. Those wins help to empower you, help to empower your mind, your body, and your overall well-being, so that you can have better outcomes in motherhood and better birth outcomes, and it has a positive effect on our overall well-being. Next, you want to be sure that your goals are relevant, right, to you. So they make sense within the function or your realm of life. And so making sure that each goal is relevant to you. So a goal for another mother may totally not be relevant to you. Each woman is different. You are different than any other person. We are all unique. Therefore, unique goals are a must. That's why in LunaYou, it's not necessarily a one size fit all. What's good for my well being might not be good for your well being. And that's okay. We all do and sense and feel and grapple onto different things in different ways. And knowing that and making and picking goals that are relevant to you are really important. And how do they improve you some way? How do your goals improve your life, improve your function as a mother, improve you in a way to overall help in aiding your well-being so that you can have a better health outcome, and so that you don't run the risk of complications in childbirth or complications further on down in motherhood and postpartum. Lastly, in our SMART goal things that we talk about in LunaYou is having a time bound or timely goal. What is the time that you're giving yourself to achieve this goal? And that goes with the same of being achievable and measurable. So, what time? State when you want to get this done. I want to store up breast milk for the next 3 months, right? That's time bound. You're giving yourself a time limit. I want to move in a year. It's giving yourself a timeline. You know when you want to accomplish these goals, and be specific on the date and the time frame. On November 1st, I am going to do X, Y, and Z. This helps to keep you accountable. It helps you to measure your goals. It helps you to see where you are. Are you doing the activities to then pour into your goals to really make these goals a reality and have a healthy outcome? Creating goals may be very systematic as it seems in a very organized way to look at things, but they're really important to aid your well being. When you have an organized life or when you look at things at the lens of an organized way, it helps to declutter your mind and aid in your well-being so that you can have a clear mind to advocate for yourself with others and those that provide care for you, especially in pregnancy. And it helps you as you navigate and communicate with others your needs and the things that you want and the things that you know are within your scope and wheelhouse to do. And so this is why creating goals are one of the first things that we do at LunaYou and creating those SMART goals. If you have other ways or techniques or tips to help women to create those SMART goals, be sure to drop them in the comments. We would love to hear from you. We want to hear from those that support, that like our page, as well as from other mothers from all across the country of what you're doing to help aid in your well-being. So that's all that I have for you today. And again, if you know any woman that is currently expecting, we would love to work with them and to aid in their well-being. You can just visit www.lunayou.com. Now get on those SMART goals. Bye, everybody.